send your video data to the Twitch servers. Twitch will send that video data onwards to your viewers. Now, if you're a new streamer and you're not partnered with Twitch, it's important to note that Twitch will not be re-encoding your stream to various different qualities for the benefit of the viewers. So if you've ever watched a big time streamer and you've been able to go into the quality options to select source, high, medium, low, mobile, that means that they're partnered with Twitch, and Twitch is re-encoding the video to various different qualities so that viewers can watch at a bitrate which suits them. You're not going to have these if you're a brand new streamer, so they will have to watch at the source quality, which is the exact bitrate that you are sending out. Now, whilst gaining a mass following on Twitch and getting partnered may well be on your to-do list, and you're at the right channel if that is the case, it's important not to be excluding any potential viewers based on their internet connections. So you don't want to be streaming at a quality that is so high that people can't watch it and it starts to stutter for them because their download rate isn't quick enough to be able to watch your stream. So after that brief description, I bet you're wondering, how can I...
No me importa.
Hopefully you should still have the Twitch
El nombre es The Hunter Call of the Wild. Bueno.
All of our upload bandwidth just for OBS, because we're also going to need some for the game that we're playing if it's online, as well as things like Spotify or Skype or TeamSpeak or any of those kind of applications. They're all going to need some upload bandwidth as well. So what we want to do is take 80% of our bandwidth figure, and then from now on consider that our true OBS bandwidth. Now, on the table that I'm putting on screen now, I need you to select basically which corner of the square you fit into. So if you're partnered on Twitch and you have a bandwidth of more than 3,500 kbps, then you want to set the video bitrate to 3,500. If you're partnered on Twitch and the bandwidth is less than 3,500 kbps, then you want to be setting the video bitrate to whatever your bandwidth is. Now, if you're not partnered on Twitch yet and the bandwidth is more than 2,500 kbps, then you want to be setting the video bitrate to 2,500 kbps. And finally, if you're not partnered on Twitch and your bandwidth is less than 2,500 kbps, then you want to set your video bitrate to whatever your bandwidth is. Now, just remember that the reason that the lower video bitrate for non-partner channels is just purely so that you don't exclude any potential viewers, since your stream will not be re-encoded by Twitch for lower qualities. The second half of the settings within the Output tab looks at the recording options. This is useful if you ever want to record screen captures or if you just want to save your stream locally. The first option, Recording Path, just lets you determine where you want your recordings to be saved. The second drop down is for recording quality, with the default option being for recording at the same quality that you're streaming at. You also have the options of high quality, indistinguishable quality, and lossless quality. If you wish to make videos from your streams for your YouTube channel, which I recommend doing, I would recommend choosing either high quality or indistinguishable quality. There's absolutely no reason in my mind for ever choosing lossless quality, as it just takes up so much file space for really not much difference in quality. For recording format, I recommend choosing MP4. I have in the past run into some issues with the FLV format, especially to do with syncing of audio and video. Pretty much every kind of video editing software will be happy with MP4 files, and YouTube takes them pretty happily as well. So next is the audio tab. We're not going to be going into too much detail in the audio tab, just since the majority of streamers will be using a fairly basic setup. If you'd like a more advanced tutorial on how you can include and exclude certain sounds from your stream, then please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to do a video on using something like virtual audio cable. So although the audio tab looks a bit scary, the majority of the options can be left on their default settings. The first option we may need is the desktop audio device. The default option is what the majority of people will want to use. This will include all the sounds that your computer makes, including game sounds, music, and voice chat. The next option that may need changing is the mic or auxiliary audio device. You can usually leave this on default if you've got it set up in Windows so that your microphone is the default recording device. But if you followed one of my guides for setting up your Blue Snowball or Blue Yeti, then you'll want to be selecting the voice meter output. The last section within the audio tab allows you to enable push to talk rather than using open mic. So if you want to use this rather than using open mic, then feel free to. I leave mine on open mic, as the background noise and things, they can be taken out later using some filters. The push to mute option is also pretty useful if there's some loud noises like a car alarm going off and you want to quickly mute your microphone, or let's say your mum comes in the room asking what you want for dinner, you can just quickly mute your stream with the click of a button. Next tab is the video tab. So the first question here really is, what resolution should I stream at? The base canvas resolution represents your monitor's true resolution, or at least the resolution which you actually want to be playing your game at on your own monitor. So I leave mine at 1920 by 1080 as that's the resolution of my monitor. The output or scaled resolution represents the resolution which you actually want to stream at. Now there are a few determining factors as to what resolution you should use here. The first is your bitrate. Twitch recommends the following resolutions based on bitrate. Now just because your bitrate can handle 1920 by 1080 from Twitch's compared to 720p, so your computer will need to be really quite high end for it to be able to stream at 1080p. If you suffer any severe in-game frame rate loss, then this could well be your issue. I'd recommend lowering this value to 720p if that is the case. If you did need to downscale your output resolution, then you can leave the downscale filter on its default option, which is bicubic. Now the second big question is, what frame rate or FPS should I stream at? This again depends on a few different factors. Firstly, I'd recommend if you're not partnered with Twitch, then you'd leave this at 30 FPS. First-person shooter games such as CSGO or Overwatch
Juarez.